Hi everyone, welcome to week 2. We're going to be having 4 videos this week. And the first one is going to be going over, starting off with files and folders. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find out what is a file. So a file can be a number of things. A file can be something like a Word document, like you might see like this one here, right? Or it could be something like a PDF. That's another file. It could be pictures like the ones you see here. And it could be a video file. So basically all of these different files are just a digital version of what you'd normally have in real life. We might have our paper photographs, or we might have like a VCR cassette tape that we'd hold in our hands, or a CD to play music, or a record, right? But these are just files. They're the digital equivalent of those. Now, files are normally identified with some kind of icon. So you'll see like this has this familiar icon, right? You see this little play button. Normally means that there's either a video or an audio file attached to that. If you look at a Word file, like this one here, it normally will have like a big W, and that tells you what kind of file that is, right? PDFs tend to say PDF on it, and photos, a lot of times you'll see the actual photo there. Okay, so now these files, we normally, as we mentioned last week, there's a tool called the File Explorer. The File Explorer is Windows' default method of managing all of our files. When we open the File Explorer, we see things like this. It opens up a small window like we see here, as we mentioned last week, and it gives us, it shows us the most. They have these pinned items, which are, they say, are most commonly used, like downloads, documents, pictures, music, and videos. And that is very true. Most of the things we get into are going to be usually in downloads, because we download things from the internet. Or maybe we have some documents. We have documents like all this stuff here, right? And in photos, sometimes we have photos here. And those are just default locations. Then you have a music one and video ones. They aren't used as often, but they are there. So now, what is a folder? So a folder is what you use to help organize your files. The File Explorer has a number of folders, and those folders are exactly like what you would use in the physical world. If you had a filing cabinet, you'd have these folders in your filing cabinet to kind of organize your documents. The same is true here. It's just a digital version. As you see here, when I created your videos for week 1, I created a week 1 folder, right? And I gave it a meaningful name. We always want to give our things meaningful names, because if we see things like this, you'll see these photos have just default image names. The only reason why I have that is because I can see what the photos are by looking at it. But if they were in a list view, then I wouldn't know what they are. You see that? It just has this generic photo icon and this generic name. So in most cases, you normally don't want to have that that generic name. So giving them meaningful names like this helps a lot. Now, as we mentioned, you have the File Explorer, and what's nice about the File Explorer is that, for instance, if I click on, let me see here. If I click on something like this, right? This tells me, if you look up here, this shows a path. This is like almost like someone giving you directions to how to get somewhere. So this is telling me this is an RPC. It's in our local disk C. It's going to Stable Diffusion Web UI. It's in the models category. And then we have, it's in the Stable Diffusion folder. Okay, these are the Stable Diffusion models. So this is basically telling us how to get to this this location, wherever this folder is. And what's nice is you can actually click on these, and it takes you back to that folder location. You see? So now we're back to here. You're kind of working backwards. But as we can see, it told us that we were in the models and then Stable Diffusion, and it takes us right back here. So that's an address bar. Now, if we want to open a file, all we have to do is, if I go to this folder, for instance, here, I double click to open the folder, just as we do in real life. We double click on it, or we'd open the actual folder in real life, and we pull out a document. But in this case, we will double click on one of these photos. Okay, so if we double click on this photo, we get this this photo that pops up on the screen, and that's how we open something. So again, if I go ahead and open up this file, you see this file here? So I opened up a PDF this time. Let me open it up again so you can see it. There we go. So this is a PDF, and this is about cell phone photography. But this is basically how you could open up files. Okay, you just double click on them and they'll open up. Doesn't matter what kind of file they are, but double clicking will open that up. So now you know what files are, what folders are, and the File Explorer, how it works, the benefits of the File Explorer, and how to open those files. Okay, so that should be a very good start for helping you get going on this week's lesson. And in just a moment, we'll continue with part 2 of week 2's videos. Thank you very much.